continue. Playoffs on the line. Overpass is where it starts. NIP, the young plucky Swedes, up against a Na'Vi that need to justify their position in the online era. 2020 online, and we're getting in. Starting off the pistol, we will see Na'Vi get that gift of the CT side. It's an NIP's pick, makes a whole lot of sense. And I'm seeing a boatload of util here, Lauren. We're going to be having 5 flashes in the hands of the TC side. GG.bet sends to give Na'Vi the edge. And Flamey, he's going to get a lot of flashbangs thrown his way. Evasive for now. Perfecto tucking in anti-flash. It's Rez to behead the first. But they're into nitty-gritty already. It's a 2-frag lead for both. Boomich is going to have to play passive here. Bomb is on its way towards the site. Where's that rotate? They're all coming in heaven side.
And the T's are backing out from this. They're going to peel away. Now, obviously, lacking armor severely due to the fact they had so much util, as you highlighted. There was the flashes galore, P250s. And I guess what they've done is at least kind of put a seed of doubt in the minds of the CT side here.
Yeah, and look how well it's worked. If they'd have continued, if they'd have just held W, they had 3 to contend with. Now, it's an unarmored Boomich. If Norg's good on this catch, that's enough to get the bomb across. It's worked well. This patience, our threat is beaming ear to ear of the fact that these guys have had the presence of mind to play it like this. And now the retake's on.
Nice info on the peak there. Hampus has seen at least 2. And this is a shutdown. This is really good. Unless Simple can dig deep and do something dirty. And honestly, the way they're playing,
no bullets.
I don't know if they're going to let him. And yeah.
Oh!
And now 2 left, maybe just enough bullets to do something, but I don't see a kit, and I don't see one on the ground. Maybe I've missed it, but
run!
That's it. Bullets to gun. Switch up on the P250. Done for. Hampus holds. And honestly, for NIP, it was precarious at the end. We know not to doubt the likes of Simple. It can always be deadly. They still got the job done.
They did. That's a big conversion. Let's see that one again. So Boomich, he did manage to get 1, but it was the fact that they paused. Simple was all the way back up towards top site. And that second shot with 1 bullet in the clip, he manages to find the head, keeping it competitive. And that's definitely a little bit of a warning for anybody that wants to contend with Na'Vi. That Simple's had his breakfast, he's had his bacon and eggs, and whatever makes him as good as he is. Simple's off for an early party peak in the force buy here in round 2. That flash is enough to deter. So we are off.
One thing I just quickly want to let the viewers know at home from our previous outings with NIP on this map of Overpass, one that they tend to find as their home ground, is they are thorough. Now, I'll take you back to last season when they were taking and clearing bomb sites. They would push on in, they would make sure they were clearing the truck before they would go for the plants. They were really taking their time so they couldn't be run over by exactly this, these nuanced force buys where you have to deal with so many different showings, a CZ up close, a Deagle at range, a tag from a scout, and then the utility as well. So as the clock whittles down, they will slowly push through and comb the map.
That's the bomb, though.
Oh, Simple's still on it, Kai. He's flirting with the idea of long now, which obviously leaves Electronic a little more out on an island. Does that CZ show? No. Rez playing with this idea. He's looking to check it. You were speaking about how meticulous they are, but that's a weird angle to peek. I guess you'd imagine maybe it'd be on the other side where we've seen that little setup with the scout before, but the T's taking this time, running it down. I don't like very end game, late game hits.
Yeah, look at Electronic.
I don't think you check this. You don't. And now Electronic's got a freebie, gets the gun, gets to back away. No trade in sight.
Oh, rotation coming in from B as well here. 30 seconds. This is trouble.
Yeah, look for the fact that Electronic has an AK now for this defense. He even finds a safe haven from the Molotov. Hampus is right there. They're just staring at each other. Full flash. They need Plopsky to find it. He does connect, but I'm afraid the damage is done. Looking to stabilize was Nork. Twist could get caught with util here. The push through the smoke is catched or caught if you're a sane human being. Bomb does go down. Just down to Perfecto and Simple, and make it just Perfecto. Only a Desert Eagle. Looks like NIP's thorough approach has managed to net them round 2.
It felt scary. I always get nervous on those late in the day hits, but if they are as thorough as said and they do take their time, they're meticulous in approach, the util was good. I mean, I guess a little lucky almost on site which way the flashes went, but they kept their calm there.
Yeah, it was lucky that the flashes were being thrown from both sides of things. Just taking a quick look back with Skybox, there was like 4 or 5 flashes going off above that A bomb site from both teams. So there's no wonder that Hampus was sitting there next to the APC wondering what the bloody hell was going on. Here we can see NIP.
Nice
and then,
yeah,
the curtains.
I like it up top there. That was nice. The PC's up on the ledge.
Yeah.
A little bit of leg room.
Kick it with my feet all the time.
I like Plopsky's knife.
Or two. Which one's that?
It's the paracord. This is my knife,
I like
isn't
the
it?
paracord.
Hey, Rush, you with us? Can you talk to us?
I think so. What's
up?
Yeah, it's
We've
your
missed
knife.
you.
It looks nice.
All right.
Oh dear.
That's a Rushly nade. I'm kidding. I'm just making stuff up.
Looks a little problematic if they commit to this, because there is a stack of pistols.
You've got to feel that now, right?
They've kind of sussed this one out. They can just sit at jail and duel. Getting a little sketchy.
I don't like it.
Simple should get one hit if Hampus wasn't so clean, and that is absolutely perfect. 4 in the round, not letting his teammates get caught, not losing any of that armor or any of that util. And so they do start to nurture quite the bank account, and quite the opposite for Na'Vi. So the AWP is an unavailable option, given the fact that no one could provide that. Flame, you could go glass cannon if you so desires, but let's see that again from Hampus's POV, because even though they're not the prettiest of frags, this is within the chaos a necessity. He does manage to clean it up nice, neat, and tidy. So it's time for the weapon rounds.
So just for those who aren't too familiar with the whole Lekro Hampus change, Hampus came in because he's a ride or die in-game leader, somebody that wants to be an in-game leader, where Lekro picked it up.
AC.
Oh, we're on B already.
Yeah, Rez is going straight through the molly, straight ahead. Good flash, Perfecto's down. Nort can be a little MVP for that one. But the barrel still contained Flamey, but the flame is extinguished. What a sight take.
Yeah, that's so fast. Look at Boomich, he's shaken. With just 20 HP, a bullet in his dome already. He's been forced to retreat. Electronic can't really contend with this. A resmoke on Heaven buys them enough time. They have to accept the lower approach or the save. That's the two options they've been given, and it does seem like it will be the latter. Save what little they can after putting all of their peanuts into that round. So that's going to be putting NIP at 4. I want a quick recap of the whole veto as well, Chad. So this was obviously NIP's pick. The response was Train from Na'Vi, and we get that...
Nuke as the third.
Nuke as the third. Wonderful. Okay, cool. So lots and lots of Counter-Strike ahead of this series.
So I just want to be showing somebody, everybody.
Anyone
who wants to watch. Anyone who's interested. What NIP just ran into here on this B bomb site. Now you think, oh yeah, we know it's a lowish gun round. They don't have all the utility, they don't have all the goodies. But guess what? They had all the players. So we're going to bring Skybox up for everybody. We don't even need to play what's going on here. Simple Heaven. Boomich has already rotated over. They're here at the start of the round. One towards short and one towards barrel. There were 4 players on the B bomb site right here, and NIP just ran through them. So that is problematic. The player's not hitting the shots, dealing with the B rush. That's why you have a stack, to be able to stop it.
Oh, you're bang on there, Chad. I hadn't caught just how many were ready for that. And if your B stack, your answer to them hitting B is already working and being run over by NIP, that is concerning. And they can do whatever they want now. They can look into any other page of the strat book. Simple wants some more peaks, but their flashes have contained him. Every time he's flirted with some CT aggression, he's had a white screen and a reluctant tut of his tongue.
Looks like NIP are quite well prepared, it feels. They seem quite assured. I mean, we are 4-0 up to the good, of course. So, I mean, pinch of salt. We'll have to see if it does continue this way. I want to see what they do. What's the new look here? What's the new approach? Surely this isn't just Na'Vi rinse and repeat. I want to see a bit of depth from them. But the meticulous approach, the surgical precision to the map does seem to be applying throughout for NIP, taking territory, but taking their time, but also not taking the bomb.
Oh, can we cut to Hampus again? He looks like a changed man. He looks so good.
Handsome boy.
Yeah.
I love those glasses. I want a pair.
You've complimented 2 circular frames.
I like them. I've been eyeing them up. Gunner, if you got any.
Yeah.
Gunners, you want to...
Get circular. Electronic. He's been a real thorn in the side of many a team in toilets, but for now does look like he'll accept. Oh, Plopsky, that's ambitious. Wants to take the duel on short. And it is Boomich. Quick to draw blood. That's the first blood for Na'Vi. Maybe time for a shift of pace for the Ninjas. 40 seconds. They're gathering Monster. Hampus to lurk. Boomich is a responsive smoke. Likely going to deploy that to isolate the site, isolate the duels for Flamey's SMG. I imagine Boomich might want to throw it now. What are you waiting for? 25. Yeah, now we'll drop it. Electronic's already caught 1, but the 3 are ready to give it their best shot.
It just crept to the site, Alex. They're there. How the hell did that happen?
Just needs twist now. A potential plant. Simple, however, with the scout bomb to be retrieved. 10 seconds. A bomb plant is something. But look at Perfecto. He's charging. He even fakes it with 8 seconds left. And that will convert into a Na'Vi round. A team ace as well. Everyone picking themselves up 1.
Did you just contact Monster?
Yeah, now the idea was that they had enough control over towards Bathroom that it should be able to hold that rotation for as long as possible. But this opening from Boomich changed things, right? The fact that they couldn't maintain sewer control and that information was then given to Na'Vi, it meant they could turtle back up on the site. And that smoke that was thrown, we've highlighted that in the past before from Na'Vi, normally Electronic throwing it. But what it does is it corrals them up one side of the site, making it easier for the CTs to be able to deal with the push. And well done from Na'Vi there. They get their first round on the board, their second opening for the game, and we're back underway with the gun round.
Deep nade towards Nork there. That's going to sting a little, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Still got the AWP to play with. And Simple this time gets the upgrade himself. He's going to be sitting on the AWP too, so What a fun prospect to see how that plays out. Electronic, again, it feels like he's so isolated, but I guess you've got Simple behind you, so you feel a little braver.
He's playing alongside Toilets as well, so if his retreat, well, now guarded by Plopsky, Nork, Rez, they're all there, a flash in. He was going to respond in kind, I'd imagine. Oh dear! A disaster for the Ninjas in Pyjamas, a quick double. They line up, and the spray control was absolutely phenomenal. Simple can clean this now. He's going to sweep into Nork, and okay, that frag keeps NIP in it. And if Electronic walks through the smoke, the patience is rewarded. Suddenly, they're back into the round here, Lauren.
I question the need to peek long, but I guess he wanted to try and help out, deny the threat that was building. But now, as said, the 3v3, Boomich.
No.
Oh, no. That's a tragedy. That's not a good one. That's a problem. Switch up on the old AWP. Low HP picks it up, 2 kills. You've already done your value there, Hampus. Don't you worry. But now they hit the brakes for a second. They've got 37 seconds to make something out with. Molly goes in. Both players are on the site. Flamey's there. He gets up close.
He's taken down 2 of the hardest hitters. Flamey fully blind. He's done well to get away. Hampus so low, the USP can do enough, and oh my goodness, just by a gnat's wing they survive. 15 HP between the 2 of them that remain. And Perfecto can finish this one off. The spray's not there. Nork so precise, and that is a 5 versus, well, 3 squandered by Na'Vi.
Ooh, the nades there were absolutely heroic.
This from Boomich. He gets away with 4 HP, and look what he continues to do. If Boomich kills, that's the face I'm pulling. That's exactly the same face I'm pulling after that one. And then RV fans probably going to be a little less satisfied with that one. Ninjas in Pyjamas take the 5th, and it is going to be the Quasi by just investing about half of their schmeckles.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
To throw out a mix one. Quasi Nitro is the name in my recent fragging.
What really upset me, someone recently. Ooh, double stack towards underpass,
Yeah,
hold on.
bite your tongue.
I'll be upset about it in a second. Hampus.
It's not burning. Boomich, lucky.
Yeah, kind of surprised and probably as simple with that sort of peak. Head's gone. This double stack towards underpass feels like it's been felt out potentially. Maybe the nades coming in or something's given away a little bit of an indicator there.
Like in my super simple version of Counter-Strike in the world I live in, it's like, okay, deagles, close corners, where do I not want to be? Connector. Where do I want to be? Long. Those duels feel much more favorable to my AK-47. And so it makes a lot of sense, just logically, as to where you might want to be walking with your weapons. This is info, though. At the very least, this is a boatload of info. You can see, oh, he doesn't have a clue. And Electronic could get spotted here.
I think Hampus just got the notification on 1. I don't think he knows Boomich, though.
Oh, did he get 4x3'd?
No, looks like he's reacted. Oh, Boomich does catch him. And so now an AK has fallen into enemy hands. Potential problems here.
I don't think he saw that guy cross on the right side. He seemed a little, maybe seeing the first, but all of that aside, we do have a bomb plant. 4 of them kind of locked in. These post plants aren't brilliant, but obviously the rifles, the armor, everything else looks good. Boomich is really the only danger man here. Flamey so low. Just not being given much to play with. Plopsky's denied anything he was trying to build through bank, and there it is. Shut down in the end, but I'm not sure how Hampus missed that second one there. The first one, excuse me, not the second.
It could have been a real problem because they were locked in on the site there, but they dealt with it well. They used their utility as the CTs would to corner off Na'Vi coming in for this retake. But you can see what I'm talking about in their thoroughness. The fact that you're down in bank, you can control the rotations from those positions. And a lot of teams would throw the front wall of site smokes and then try and plant and then play retake from the toilets. What we've noted with NIP in the past, they love to get the site control. That makes the retake for the CTs even harder. And if there are quick flanks, well, you basically negate those right there. Na'Vi will be calling their first tactical timeout here of map number 1. And you can see the money on the left-hand side of your screen. Perfecto has enough to drop an AWP over towards Simple. He definitely needs the big green in his hands to deal with this long play.
It's this map stand classically with Na'Vi.
Classically?
In fine form and in current form, in your mind.
So look,
it's not a bad one, or is it, you know what I mean? Like, I just want the general idea of, is a 6-1 start, a good T-side against them, a problem, or is this fine?
It's not a problem because Na'Vi, they would continue to go for these kind of half buys and they're able to pull off a gun round based off of individual performance and then swing a game off of that. But on the T side is where they get really gritty. When they win their force buys, when they win those low buys, they can get back into the game and start snowballing off of their individuals. But it's the B rush again.
Straight in, and Perfecto spray gets completely whiffed. Flamey dunks. We've seen some great work from him on this position before, but he's smoked off. And it's kind of ignoring him. What's going on there? Rez flipping around his nades. Now keeping the man advantage in favor of Na'Vi. Rotate coming in viciously. He hasn't seen anyone. He's waiting for the call. Hampus hiding with the bomb. He gets hunted and it works out. Hampus dunk down to 39. A dink as well. Twist eliminated. This round is
How is Hampus doing this?
A lock-in. I don't understand. It felt like they had the rotate and the info. And again, here comes the pause. This is like the pistol all over again.
And they took this site against a stack, bear in mind, we've seen as well. That was just, I think, flamey there. But let's see what they do. As you said, they've paused. Last time that did draw that little seed of doubt, but Simple Electronic, I don't know if they're going to wane in their conviction. It looks like Electronic's investigating. Whoa. But Naught could be on the case. And we've seen this gun looking like a shotgun rather than Naught. That's a barrel, and that's a body. And now Simple in the 1v2.
Chance for the first, and Naught knocked. 39 seconds. Hampus, he's done so much. He's got a smoke for bridge. Simple, just knife straight through it. They're going to walk and meet. Simple doesn't have to sweat at all. What a perfect read. And the star of Na'Vi pulls home their second round, a necessity at this point. Opening kills led by the boys from NIP by a large margin, but it's the closing kill from Simple. This was how Hampus did it. Great shots.
Blood.
Yeah, Nork there, not expecting another player to be on the site, especially over towards Graffiti. And Nampus trying to be a little bit cheeky with it, walking through his own smokes right there, gets caught off guard, but the buy will come back out. NIP a little bit hamstrung, 3 Galils and a Deagle in play, and that molly, well, it's short.
Oh, that's a perfect flash. Electronic brave as hell, just standing his ground. He knows there was no threat of a fight. What's his timing? Is it a flash? I'm looking at the mini-map. I see no flash for Simple. Boomich has something pinned. It is a flashbang. They're coming from long side. The flash won't really aid. That's probably why he's being so resisted. That was it. There's nothing there.
I hate it. I hate like 50-50 peaks where you really can't cover both without some sacrifice, but I guess if you've got some faith in it, but they have lost long control.
Yeah, Electronic has done this a couple of times. He's playing these weird off angles. He played it in the toilets when he got the kill against Rez to pick up the AK on that 4-spy round, and now here, it's a bit different look from Na'Vi.
Oh, wow.
What?
I can't believe Rez hit those shots. He was so wide. Does manage to go down to Simple all the same, though. Electronic trying to keep the wolf from the door. Hampus, the long lurk, and with Boomich only on the FAMAS, it could be the Achilles heel of this. He's got a lineup for us. Got a couple for us.
I keep pretending I'll remember these.
I know.
It's
Welcome
very
to Mike.
impressive.
Welcome to the club.
I was like, oh, it's something on this wall, but
That's
nah.
a perfect bank smoke.
Bloody hell, give me some of these. Make me just know them.
Can they?
Yeah,
It
over
might
the
be grey screen, though. Nope, it's perfect. You're bang on, Chad. Won't be able to contest the plant, but he's very exposed on Twist Jiggle. These nades from Na'Vi have been fantastic, but the spray isn't. His teammate moved. He got the inaccuracy. 3v3 for the retake.
Still game on here. Not much util to work with, and Twist taking down Electronic. It's looking pretty dead in the water here. Flamey and Perfecto hoping for something, but Hampus pushed up, being aggressive, playing almost contact on it. He is having a game and a half. These are valuable kills Hampus isn't getting. And Flamey, what do you have left to do here? Yes, they're low HP. You imagine you could do something, but honestly, with no kit, nah.
Saving the MP9's a curious one as well. It's not the greatest weapon to be taking forward. Better than nothing. So he will do his best to hold on to this one, and he has some Kevlar behind it. But this is the problem. Na'Vi not being able to put multiple rounds together is going to hamper them hugely. They have roughly 3K on the majority of their players. There's the opening from Simple, but he was pinned. And you can see here, Hampus making the most of knowing that boost came in, able to deal with the bank play. And the frustration, you can see it from Simple here.
Honestly, Hampus is having a game.
He's
on 14 kills.
14 to 5, no less. He really is buckets and spades above the rest. Let's see what this stack has in favor for Na'Vi.
Basically a full 5-man B stack with Electronic coming down connector here, ready to pincer through to sewer. So he's going to have to deal with Plopsky first.
I will bet you, I was going to say the Molotov or clear it. That looks like a perfect one. Electronic has to give him the sound cue and bounds his way to safe haven. They weren't desperate to push him or frag him necessarily, but they've got their territory for free. They won't be complaining about that.
I'm surprised they didn't try and push, but I guess the molly might have, hindered them too, but as I said, maybe just don't want the risk. I guess they could have been a crossfire on the stairs, very safe play, but for now, T's taking the time. There really is no hurry in this, it feels. They've kept some util back, a great deal of smokes, a molly or two here and there, so they can play it late. They can draw out all the very limited util from the CTs, and by the time it's hit the site, feel it out. They've picked the right site if they go this way.
Look at this, always as a group, like the wolf pack of NIP. Across the map together, utility always on point. There's the arm of Electronic showing. The smoke will drop now.
Oh, man. Whoa, it's a full execute. It's just gray screens or flames. The options that Na'Vi have been given. The flash would have been perfect had anyone pushed. 3 members of them doing the flashbang dance. You can see they caught with the pin, but Hampus babysits. And everything's fine. Everything returns to normality. It looks like NIP are on for a spotless, a flawless 8th round on the T side of their map pick here. Frustration starting to rise. The saved MP9 not able to contribute a dime.
Wow. This is impressive from NIP. I mean, their track record, they hadn't picked up a single win overall against Na'Vi, right? But obviously this could be a lot of historical relevance to that. Simple still trying to do a bit of damage, but yeah, I think the way you describe them as kind of that wolf pack working through, you know, everything, and I gotta say Hampus, bit of a Fenrir the way he's approaching it. It's been fun to watch him play so far, and what a progression from when I saw him last. Truly bigger picture. Oh no, he's having a nightmare.
Oh dear, Simple's not going to be happy with that. He didn't know where he was going to stand to avoid the bomb blast. This is that Molotov to kick things off that pushed Electronic out of position.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just double checking it, but yeah, this year, just using this year to keep the sample size more feasible. They have lost in the 3 best of 3s they've faced off against each other. NIP haven't taken a map. The closest they've come was a 16-14 on both Nuke and a Mirage at 16-13. So we've yet to see an NIP victory just on a map, never mind a series this year, up against Na'Vi. So have been somewhat of their nemesis. Rez is on for a contact walk here. Ooh. Smokes it. That might be the instigator for the walk, though. Expecting it for now. 3 of them. Pins pulled, and that could be the response they were hoping for. Stack nades on the boost. No one's home. Perfecto spotted.
Oh, he's stuck now.
Can't leave. I mean,
they're holding, though. I love this.
No rush. This is where suddenly Na'Vi can find
That's different.
gap. There's no gap here. Rez is covering the flank as well. Flawless in execution at this point in time. He can't call space clear. The rotate's still a threat, and they can just press pause.
There's no way out for NIP, though, so if they lose one here to a straggler, somebody over peaks.
Isn't Connector the route out?
Yeah, there's no one there.
Well, Electronic's in Collector.
Yeah, but
they
know he's there.
All right, well,
come on,
Flops
Chad.
dealt with him here. It shouldn't have been that easy, but now A is completely open. The rotation comes in. The race is on. Who will make the quicker steps, as we can see Boomich on his way. Simple, not sure where he wants to go.
And I love that paranoia. They've done so many of these hits where they hold, they've just doubled back. They have really made these boys paranoid that they don't know where to go. And now you can't do anything. It's over. NIP are playing them like a damn fiddle.
They really are. This is so frustrating. Like the choice to go on Simple there, Rush, helped us understand the dynamics Na'Vi are going through, because you've got your star player who you obviously want to be putting on the site you think is being hit. They're making so many steps towards B, and he's still keeping his body firmly planted on that B site. Not interested in the A rotate just yet. They're even hunting them a little bit.
Yeah, and they should.
With it. They know one's graffiti. Where's Simple hiding that orb? That's the one that's the priority target I'd be looking for. He's down there as well.
They found 2 then.
Got mollies. There's Simple filling the feed.
Found all 3 technically.
He's still saving the orb. The bomb radius brings him down to 13. The wallbang will not find him. Okay, wow, that is exciting. 9-2, ladies and gentlemen, to start off our 7th day of ESL 1 Cologne.
I missed Rush. Like, I know it's kind of like, you know, one of my friends went to uni, he got some cool new uni friends, and then comes back to his hometown like, oh, he's grown up. But it's nice to have him back.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you introducing me to Rush before he even worked for ESL. He was a day armor.
Yeah, very good with the RP, Rush.
The RP.
He loves a bit of RP, he does.
I've heard he's got some strong suits in roleplay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, double AWPs is the roleplay that Na'Vi are going for right here. Flamey will be picking up this second AWP over towards the B side of things, and he didn't even get to shoot a shot. Twist takes him out of the equation early, and now, once again, NIP with an opening frag. Na'Vi on the back foot.
Is that an AWP?
Yeah.
That was the $7,000 of goodies just squandered, and Perfecto's added to the list. Nork onto Perfecto. Boomich will recover. Perhaps it's not all in vain. Look at the aggressive stance from Electronic. No trade. He has to be a turret, and well, Hampus, we know what he's been capable of today. 16th frag found here in round 12 as they do make a beeline straight for the A site. The bomb very much behind. This could be a problem if Boomich can catch this, who is it, Twist. That's the only way they would have had a shot. Unfortunately, it looks like Twist is knife out. Boomich quite the opposite. They've waited for him as well. This is a team that is a perfectly coordinated roster of 5 at this moment in time.
Good luck retaking with 2 AWPs on the A site when they have bank control. They should start chasing already. What is Boomage thinking? He's trying to hide in plain sight.
You get nervous for him. Might want to try and back away. Yeah, he's thinking about it.
And now look at Rez. He ain't that far away either.
Yeah, no. Didn't even get the
on?
Jaws theme going. He's already dead.
Chad, you were telling me great things about Na'Vi. You were saying,
What are you-
oh, they're
Lauren.
brilliant. I love this player. They're so consistent.
I've had
I'm
two
right.
teams that have
I'm
excited
right.
me this year. The first one was Na'Vi after Katowice, and I said to myself, I actually said on broadcast something quite audacious, and I won't make any statements like them ever again. I said something about there being like a new world order of Counter-Strike. It hasn't panned out that way. But NIP with all these roster changes was a team that I got really excited about, and I thought they could become a top 5, top 3 team in the world.
Asked about Lecro yesterday. Or
Well, I just got really sad when I saw them on Vertigo, one of their better maps, losing to Big handedly. I got sad. And I also like to make some jokes.
you turned into a fan. You turned into the normal fan.
Yeah, but
Sees one bad result, goes out and flames them.
some people like to laugh, Lauren, and I like to be the clown.
We all clowns here.
We are the
Chad.
court jester,
Yeah.
and the world is everything else.
You can do cartwheels. I can almost do a handstand. Lauren, what can you do?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, well, maybe that's a skill in itself.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels kind of nice, I guess.
Sometimes the best action is inaction.
God, I used to get mocked for these statements and have like, you know, the motivational calendar. And now it's you.
Motivational calendar.
Literally, it's just, it was, you know, it is what
Well, it's
it
either
is.
that or dad jokes. What do you want?
Give us a dad joke then.
How
How about I give you a round to think of it?
Okay.
Really throw something around and come up with something good.
Yeah.
Have you guys been enjoying the food here?
Food?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly sustenance. No argument there.
Yeah, I'm not really a massive fan of the German sausages they've got. They're the worst. Didn't even need a round. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
Claps and chat.
Is that all right? Simple, perhaps not, though. In for a fright if he goes for the repeat campus. An uncharacteristic failure. Straight out Monster loses the duel to the MP9 and gives Na'Vi a leg up, and you can see the reaction. Simple in electronic beam straight back to the site. They don't need to be aggressive anymore. The pick is theirs, but Rez, he's knifing out, is trying to gather ground. He knows Simple's going to take a cursory glance, but if he's at this close wall, yes. This is a chance for Rez here. A wide swing, a pre-fire, but Nork walks straight into the pixels.
Whoa,
It's Simple. Just making it look just that. Beautiful shots, locking down the long presence.
Well, we've had it. We've had the need a bit of individual brilliance to win you a round. There we go. We'll put a little tick in the box for Na'Vi. Under the assumption that Twist and Plopsky don't do anything. I feel with Electronics positioning, Twist is dead, unless something goes, again, terribly wrong. Doesn't. Nicely done. Plopsky can trade it out, but now the 1v4 begins, and a little cheeky nade, just to make it trickier. And obviously Simple standing there with 22 HP, even though it's low.
Why is he standing there?
I don't know, it's Simple.
He knows he can click first.
Yeah.
He does.
It's nice to have that faith in yourself, I'm sure.
So 2 of the 3 rounds here that Na'Vi have won so far have come with Simple getting multi-frags, if that's going to put things into context for you. Now, he is the best player in the world, as per my opinion, but it has been tapering off in recent times because, well, Na'Vi are struggling to be competitive. They have had some time off, as has everybody, but the loss against Complexity the other day was quite a harsh one to swallow, I imagine, for the Russian/Ukrainian camp. They still have an opportunity here to net 5, and that could be enough if they win the pistol and start to bound back in the second half. The AWP is still in Simple's hands, and you can see here looking for that 4-man boost. Won't be coming into play this round, but contact towards Monster yet again.
Feels like Flamey's starting to wake up, though, here. Feels like they're starting to become aware of this. The 4 players posted up towards B, the great deal of nades. I love these kind of small pieces they're all considering, because maybe tendencies they've noticed.
Yeah, and what the conversation I'm trying to piece together here of the fact that they're throwing those 3 nades is that it did force Simple to have a look, right? They know that's enough to say there's 3B and have enough paranoia. Electronics aggression, though, it does manage to net him 1 and info that they are rotating. Simple will have to fill the gap. Bomb still spotted towards Playground. Now be putting that back on the ground, maybe even putting it into the healthy Nork. Looks like we're going to see an aggressive move towards short here. This is for info. Na'Vi sweeping through water, calling it clear, which leaves Simple solo on this long side for now. Rotates coming in from Flamey. Oh, the boost is very naughty. Na'Vi, one of the...
Simple knows it!
He's looking for it. And he sees the tip of his head.
Hello?
And he pulls the trigger, Nook dead. That's glorious. Of all the teams to do it against, it's one of the very few who did it first. Now Flamey eats a flash, perhaps the still bite in the NIP 20 seconds here. They won't be able to get it down. Simple, robotic in his adjustments. And it is 4. Double kill again. You said multi-kills from Simple. Well, the trend continues.
3 out of 4 ain't bad. That's a pretty good stat line to have for him right there. This one, it looks like, it looked a bit odd, right? It's funny that he didn't notice the head earlier, but for Nork, for those people who are, why didn't he see him? How come he couldn't see Simple there? Obviously the hedge was in the way, but that's also Nork going in for a left eye peek. We've been talking about that a bit more in recent times for everybody. The camera in Counter-Strike is mounted on the right side of the head. So if you're jiggle peeking corners, jiggle the right side, ladies and gentlemen, not the left.
Yeah, that's the amount of times you die, you're like, I didn't even see him. It's probably felt like the Nork just there. It's because of that left eye peek. Then the door, sprays it. Boomich has got his routines ironed out, but nobody succumbing to it just yet. In fact, if 3 of them continue to take control of this connector, it's good pressure from Water. It's good for the execute. I'm seeing a whole lot of nades from NIP. How do they plan to structure this? There's plenty of time left on that clock, but they're going in relatively dry, and the SMG drives by. Simple. Oh, he could be in trouble. Down to 9. He is finished off. And all on electronic as Nork's connected on his dig. This chaos from NIP has converted into a potential round win. Only electronic to clutch.
Okay. Oh, there was some venom in that though, wasn't there? For a second or two, it looked pretty deadly, but honestly, this scoreline is huge for NIP. We've not seen them best Na'Vi since I can remember. So what a time for them to come online.
It's the adrenaline running through my game. It gets me high, high, high. Got no time to waste. Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm faster than you. Just faster than you. Just faster than you.
Natus Vincere and the Ninjas in Pyjamas. One of these teams will not continue at ESL 1 Cologne 2020. Of course, champions of 2019, Na'Vi. How times have changed. NIP have yet to pick up a single win up against them this year. However, this seems to be their very best shot at least doing so in the map. Seems like GG.bet are bookmakers.
Bookmakers.
Yes, not keepers. Damn it, that's an accountant. Either way, we are into it. Myself, Pansy, and Sponge, ready to see if NIP can do what they haven't been able to this year, and maybe even run into a series with it. It's Rez taking down the hardest hitter. Puts Michael Jordan on the bench for the pistol.
Oh, was that a team dink?
It might have been. Otherwise, that was a very good shot from the T side. I don't know if that was the case. But might have had it.
He actually hit him.
Yes. But yeah, nice beginning, but not over yet. Damage being done to Hampus and Plopsky kind of keeps this very much competitive.
Just really important to note here, Nork and Twist, the two B defenders right now, both have HEs. So this could either be for the B plant if it comes in, or retaking A to stop the plant on that A bomb site.
It's so clear. Flamey's going to be calling for something. Yeah, they are on their way. Smoke's flying through the sky as well. This HE, as you discussed, Chad, is about to play a very big part in this. They're waiting for the sound cue. They could get trigger happy with this. Wait for it, biding their time, avoiding the molly. Now is the time. Pull the pins and electronic.
In.
Down to 2 HP, my God. It's something, and the round far from over, but they're low too. Hampus and Plopsky gonna have to be the sacrificial lambs.
These trades have to be so perfect from the CTs. You know that Plopsky and Hampus are gonna fall at this point, but how do they do it, and does it set you up for success? No, it absolutely doesn't. It's a huge shutdown. Perfecto, electronic. Those two are just kind of the final piece to this. And to be fair, yes, the scoreline did look condemning, but Na'Vi came online at the end. Simple side to wake up, and bloody hell.
Oh, that's...
Told you I'm going to use the P2K from now on.
Okay.
See what Rez is doing with it?
Yeah, I do. And we were talking about it last night on the HTV Confirmed podcast. It's actually statistically a very good pistol.
It doesn't feel as good.
No, and it doesn't, you know, the heads don't feel like they explode like watermelons all the time.
No.
That's what happens with the USP. But speaking of USPs, we don't have any on the board right now. It's going to be 2 Scouts, 2 Deagles, a 5-7 of Doom that's been getting a little bit more popularity in recent times, and a light sprinkling of utility. But there's one of those Scouts ringing through early, doing some damage towards Boomich.
Where's pushing back into it?
Did he catch
Did he get
that?
the timing?
So Rez, I have to get a wiggle on here. His teammates are pushing water, and yeah, that's unfortunate timing for Twist, just as he was clearing his close corners. Another tag. Flamey and Boomich both caught by the Scout, and there's the conversion. You can see how there's legs to this second round force buy from the CTs, but they're speeding up. Nork has to find at least one here, but it's simple. The spearhead, as outlined, does charge into the site and eliminate any of that threat. So this is a flying start for Na'Vi. This is exactly what they wanted. Just a save for Plopsky, and on the Mac 10 armor, we see the Scout armor for Rez preserved. And this will be 2-0 after their woes in the first half. Hampus was the first death those last 3 rounds of the half. So it's interesting that when we lose Hampus, it was much quicker to see an RV conversion, something to keep our eye on if there is a trend to be outlined there. That's SEO keeping his finger on the statistic pulse.
It's important that they hold on to these saved weapons here. So Rez, he'll tag up Electronic and make him think better of the chase. And you can see Plopsky on the right-hand side of your screen down the bottom there has the Mac 10 equipped, but secondary will be a Deagle. So he can drop either of those across to one of his teammates. They can go into the next round with 3 weapons strong. And it's not the worst buy in the world, especially if Rez can be quite mobile with that little Scout, the baby orb. Very, very agile. You just get a tag to the body, do roughly 70 damage, then your pistols are able to mop on up. But it's finding those tags that is very important. You can see here, this is what I was talking about. There's no more excuse of not being together. There's no more excuse of not being in the same room, not being able to pump each other up. Na'Vi and NIP, respectively, are both in boot camps right now.
I mean, I think there's always going to be an excuse found if you look hard enough and you want to find one, but there shouldn't be, as said. Now, looking at this, did the D go across? Yes, Hampus has now picked that up, so nicely spotted. Flamey looking to make some cash, though.
Yeah, it's very important if you are the likes of Nork and Twist that you don't die early. You want to allow your players with upgraded weaponry to find some impact, to find some tags before you drop. Play the numbers game. Right now, I know it's an eco round, but it's still a 5v5. Electronic has taken a lot of long control here. That has applied pressure and forced out the rotation. Rez with another shot goes missing, so that's 3 Scout bullets this round yet to find any damage. And Na'Vi across the rest of the map, they're just doing a default comb.
Valiant attempt from Plopsky, trying to catch the timing as they cleared that close corner. And Rez still getting overwhelmed, and through the smoke, Electronic will make this one look relatively open and shut. Hang on. Back to B.
Oh,
That's where only a USP. Maybe he can just, stare anti-flash for a moment, try and double dink the plant. It's not like he's going to get a chance. And now, Boomich opens that one up, pulls another nade out of the Na'Vi arsenal.
Yeah, just damage here, the name of the game. If you are NIP, you can't really go for a round like this. The AK save for Hampus could be huge, allowing them to have a little bit more utility going into the first gun round of the second half here. I don't know if Nork wants to hold on to this scout. He could ply it on the CT side and still try and use it like an AWP. Obviously then needing to go for headshots if he wants to have the same impact. But relatively clean from Na'Vi. And one of the things that Na'Vi can do quite well is their T-sides, because their trading, their fundamentals are good and their individuals are great. You know, they can get multi-kills galore. The CT sides, I tend to think it's a little bit more volatile for them because they go for more force fires and more half fires than a lot of other teams. And then they do rely on those individuals to get the multi-kills. Teams are getting so good now, as everybody can imagine, with the utility usage, the pop flashes, the punishing in that regard, that, well, Na'Vi, they can't get away with their old tricks as often anymore. Things are starting to slow down here for NIP. So this first gun round, they need to make a bit of a statement. There's that deagle shot from Hampus, punishing Simple. Simple's had a bit of a rough go of it in these first 3 rounds. The pistol round, getting his head taken off by Rez, and their Hampus has just done the same. The fist bumps will come in. So we're getting this one underway. What type of buy are we looking at here? AWP for Rez has the spawn.
He's holding the nerve and just second shy. Forcing good util out. Flamey taking a chunk of damage early as well. I believe that was from a nade of Twist. I've seen teams even underhand a nade for that corner, so he is at risk.
Trying to get him. A bit of a spam coming through. It looks like we're still kind of on track towards toilets for now. I mean, it could all very much change depending if they have success, but Nork is still posted up. We do have Rez there, kind of the Simple and Electronic on the other side. He's been seen 100%. Boomich is going to call that out. Simple gets ready. They don't want to take too many risks. Simple. Oh.
Trades work out well. But losing Simple, it's quite the scalp for Rez to find. 50 seconds for the Na'Vi T side. No armor for Nork.
Electronic is long on his own right now, and the other 3 are posturing over towards the B side of things. So Molotov out from Connector. That's going to keep 2 players planted on the B site. With 35 seconds left, Na'Vi can stay in limbo.
Oh. Didn't see him twist. That was unfortunate. Just narrowly missing out on his window to punish. Now numbers favoring Na'Vi, and they can go anywhere they want. Smoke, Flash, Plopsky, and his partner in crime going to be at risk here, and he's so blind. He doesn't even get to pull the trigger. Hampus had a chance. Nork connected onto Electronic elsewhere, so now it's all onto him. And that rotate's coming in thick and fast. Flamey close with the MAC-10. Nork just thinking better of it, realizing that that is too much of a risk and too prize of a possession. Let's not forget, no armor. That MAC-10 could shred him, and he is going to potentially catch Flamey on that hunt. So that's a nice relief. An extra $100 for him to treat himself to something nice.
I still think Orcas are a bit hard done by. I know that AWP is so powerful, but a $100 kill reward, come on. Come on, Gabe.
Like, give us a flashbang every kill instead.
Yeah.
That's something.
The thing is, if you get an ace with the AWP, you get $500.
Yeah.
What are you doing with $500?
I can't even celebrate. Like, I can't even buy a full util set after acing with an AWP.
You're not dropping anybody anything.
I can't even drop you a deagle.
All right, so now we're starting to get into a competitive landscape. The scoreline 11-8 in the favor of the Ninjas in Pyjamas. Hampus, with that AK that was saved in the previous, he's had his money bolstered. That was 7K. He actually picked up a secondary AWP, yes.
That was Simple again. So, you know, we've been talking about him having a rough go of it.
Yeah.
To get the Chadism correct.
The third time
That's
now?
the third time. It's Rez as well, who first blew his head off with the P2K on his party aggression. Now he got a call from his in-game leader saying he's close toilets. He's walked in and got his head blown off. Whoa, okay. Hampus was trying a very spicy wall bang, but just the one. Nork catching a bottle on the chin.
That's never fun.
No. Sounds like a night in Dog Swamp, Chad.
Mate, there's nowhere to go out in Dog Swamp. Maybe the hot tip.
Simple will be smoked off. Pushing for long info. It's going to be Rez who'll swing wide and call it clear. Can now pivot back towards toilets and be closer to respond. Hampus, I love the angle he's adopted here. It will be the first closest line to an Inquisitive Flamey. And a Bing. Not quite. Backing away. Loads of time. The bomb's loose B side. So Na'Vi are starting to spread their approach. Let's not forget it's only pistols and those 2 AWPs. So ideally, the boys from NIP need frags before the execute.
This is going to get tricky. They're trying to play up towards Monster. That's a bit of a success, but it's traded on, and that's nice from Simple. B's looking extremely vulnerable. Down to the AWP with Hampus, and even then, they've barely made the site here. They just kind of walked towards Monster. On the other side was the bigger Monster himself. Simple. So Hampus trying to get involved, but what can you do about this? I mean, he's kind of dedicated towards the site now too, so he's not really backing away from it.
Na'Vi have a bad habit. The bad habit is running down that clock when they shouldn't, because suddenly, a 2v4, if you've got an AWP poised on the banana position at 25 seconds, 2 kills and suddenly this round gets awkward and you can't plant. Nork has potential here. You need the first cleanly. That's not it. Perfecto saves the day for Na'Vi.
Hampus should probably try and hold on to this. Now, in the next round, they will get the max loss bonus to 3,400, so he will be able to buy. But keeping up the AWP means he can drop it to Nork. And they can keep their defense looking relatively potent. But so far, yet to post around here on this CT side.
Just a general question, Lauren. Do you prefer Hampus's AWP or Simple's one? I need a new skin. I like the snaky boy.
The snaky boy.
That's nice, but I also like the kind of
Can't see
doogie.
this too
Okay, hang
well.
on. Get out of the shadow, Hampus. Someone give him a nudge.
We know you're trying to stay alive.
Trying to survive like it's ESL1 Cologne or something.
Gosh, up the gamma. Bang it up.
Yeah, it's kind of got a dude's face on it. It's kind of like samurai, kind of Japanese characters.
I got the one
They
with all
look
the
a bit
cats
cheap.
on it.
It does look a bit kind
They
of.
both look a bit tacky.
Okay.
Oh, Christ,
Oh,
Hampus.
what?
We got a kill.
Okay.
All right, I guess you don't have an AWP.
I didn't quite get to catch that. I was looking deep into Lauren's eyes. But this was where it started. You can see their aggression on Monster. Had Boomich not taken down one and Simple not caught Plopsky with nades in his hands. It was well handled in the end, and it was Perfecto's frag that did keep them safe. Nork knew he had a chance to do impact there, and you can see frustrations building. What was a very dominant half. It was 11-4 now, 5 rounds consecutively into our second half of our first map here on the 7th day of ESL1 Cologne. We're into the nitty-gritty, folks. Boost. This could end badly for Flamey, but the smoke keeps him safe. Looking to potentially see Rez meet Electronic here on a very solo adventure. He goes for it wide.
Oh, Flamey's been playing this area like an animal. He's actually been really, really hard for them to handle. Now, the issue being, obviously, is that bomb. A little bit hard to recover. It can be picked up without losing life, because you can go all the way around, which is what Boomich is doing, but it is a bit of a nuisance to deal with. You could have been quicker off the trigger if had you'd kept it on you, but for now, Boomich, a little high flash, has to go through the motions of clearing this, doesn't know if they're pushed up or being annoying, but it's nicely hidden under the kid slide. I guess that's not really a great
Remember the
place.
word for slide, could you? It's been that long since you've actually
Slippery
seen
dip.
one.
Yeah, it's not a word you often say, is it?
No. Slide. Sandpit. Swing.
So right now, Plopsky's the only one over towards this B-bomb site. The rotation will need to come in, and that smoke that we've just seen go over towards Monster was thrown by one of his teammates in CT spawn. But the 2 heavy hitters, Electronic and Simple, are out of the equation.
Flying through. Molotovs aren't too much of a problem. Plopsky gets it clean.
Huge win. That was massive for him. They needed that because, honestly, Na'Vi have been scary, even in unfavorable scenarios, but the player's in the right place for once. Plopsky and Rez hold it down and game back on for NIP. Honestly, they needed that, though. It felt like they just were not in the game. Na'Vi were running through them.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much so that the opening kills, the multi-kills have all kind of leveled out after the dominant start. We're seeing 10-11 in opening kills, so NIP leading that by 1 over the course of these 21 rounds. Multi-kill rounds are looking a little more favorable to NIP, just picking themselves up their 16th multi-kill round, but it's 16-13. And a timeout, the 3rd called by Na'Vi. Let's not forget the standard coaching rules apply. Blade on the microphone and able to have his chats with the boys. Seems from Plopsky as well. That was a necessary frag. It enabled his teammates to focus onto this double stack towards short. 12, the first CT round found on NIP's map pick.
Sorry, I got distracted. There was a fly, but I thought it was mosquito. I was ready to kill. I have like 6 bites on me. All right, if I see something flying, I'm nervous.
We'll get you some
Do you
spray.
know
or
what
some
fly is in
ointment.
German? That's an easy one. Fliegel.
Legal.
Fliegel.
That's so cute.
This is a very important round for the NIP boys here. If they're able to convert this, breaking that economy of Na'Vi, it will only be getting the 2400, I believe, in the following. Sorry, in the 1900. They've been reset all the way down. So it'll just be a partial buy for them in the next round if they're not able to get bomb planted here. People seem to think I say here funny.
Yeah.
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 Everyone mocks me about that for some reason. Just an Australian thing.
I don't think we've ever mocked you for it. I think you just brought it up and now people are going to be very aware of it.
Ah, damn.
Manually breathing. Chad, where does your tongue typically rest in your mouth? Can you identify how your tongue normally rests in your mouth? Either way, I'll let you think about that while I focus
Roof.
on the commentary. 3-man split for the B site. Flamey and Boomich will be smoked off again. That's going to put the clock down to about the last 30 seconds here. And there's still util for days. They got flashbangs. As the util starts flying in, the CTs, they should be able to just barrage with incendiaries and flashbangs. Here they come. 30 seconds. Na'Vi, I'm getting nervous. Boomich is going to have to make a call with conviction here.
What year is this? Is this Na'Vi running the clock down low and now you're going to see NIP on the push? I like that, being proactive on Monster. Putting down the lines of sight and the lines of attack, and look at this. Dismantling Na'Vi. It felt like they've been so potent and powerful, but now they leave themselves 15 seconds and they haven't stepped on the site, but now they do.
It was simple and it was electronic. Now, unfortunately, only electronic. I don't know what he can do here. Nork's holding the cross, and with shots like that, it's only going to be a consolation. He won't really have a chance to get away. Twist will finish him off. And Na'Vi, bitten by that bad timing bug, puts them on to about 3K per player and 13, 3 away from map point. I'm going to see that from Flopsky again. As soon as you get that monster player, you call it clear, you know, with 20 seconds left, there's Molotovs. They're running through it. They even see Hampus kill Flamey. That is the problem. They had so many nades for days that you can't bide the clock. Maybe Simple saying something of a similar sentiment.
Calm way.
Yeah, maybe more calm. But smoke towards Monster, you get to follow that one looking perfection. A little off. But catching a glimpse of one playground, getting that early info, the CTs are poised for their 14th collection here.
Good economy of utility there, similar to economy of words, but words don't matter so much in a game like Counter-Strike. You can see these upgraded pistols. 3 Deagles, still very, very deadly, especially in the hands of Electronic and Simple here. If we're going to have a quick look at the scores as we're getting into this round, Simple
Doors in the doors.
has 19 frags. Doesn't feel like it, does it? But he has 19 kills to his name. And then the next, he's 2 IC, the second star. Electronic, we wanted it. He's got 92 ADR and 15 kills to his name. So don't consider this one done and dusted. This is a Na'Vi special.
You're absolutely bang on, Chad, and it's just when you write them out that they remind you what they can do. Still, seems like NIP are a very regimented squad, so the chances for those Deagles to pop off, usually exploiting players' mistakes. Well, it's this time Rez actively fighting for long control. The jump for info gets him something, but Rez, no sweat.
And I like the fact that Nork had his back too, just in case there was too much of a problem. Hitting 1 Deagle could happen, 2 probably not. That's nice from Twist, as you said. Shadow giving away the game, gives him the angle, gives him the early bit of work. And they've got him pinned here. Rez may be a little needless on it, but it feels like it's going to be shut down soon enough.
All right, well, Simple only has 3950 to his name right here, so potentially bought in a little bit too far in the previous, and he can't get an AWP unless Perfecto wants to go naked in this round. So
I don't see a world where that one's happening.
very unlikely. Very, very unlikely, unless he's getting the whole Adren treatment. Eric, drop me AWP.
Drop up now.
And I don't feel that will be the case. So it will just be an AK-47 in the man's hands with a flash behind it. Galil's for Boomich and Flamey here. So not the most potent of buys, whereas NIP have everything they want. Molotov early extinguished. Hampus knows something could be coming quick.
It's like he waited for the extinguisher's cue to regress, and now he could get undressed. No, Nork keeps him clothed.
Good trade. Well, not even a trade. Good teamwork.
And Nork was doing that on long as well. He's been a really nice kind of complementary element to the CT side, taking a couple more additional fights here and there, but you still have that backup in place. I like that.
Sticking around. No chance, but Simple punishing the missed shot. Bobski towards water. If he can tuck into the corner, he's got game Fortunately, he's lost Rez now, so this does start to favor Na'Vi here. If Flamey does a procedural clear, he gets caught, and a real chance for Plopsky. He's trapped. He needs a headshot. Boomich and Perfecto hunting him down. He's got one bullet in that M4. Yeah, I did reload as well. We're into a 3v3 here, but Hampus from behind could completely destabilize it all.
Oh, his timing couldn't be better. That's bomb down, spots it, probably knows there's more threats around. Does get simpled. I think there's no other way to put it. The man can just do it when he needs. Now Plopsky.
Oh!
This is terrifying. I hate this round so much.
Aggressing bank. Bomb's being delivered by his teammate Perfecto. They know Plopsky's on the flank. Twist is the unknown entity here, but Simple, he is sweeping through, and he wants another. This time, the Swede says no. Perfecto can have a chance at this clutch, but it's Plopsky he has to find first. He's being hunted from 2 different angles, and now he's taken them at the same time. That's 15 for NIP. Looks like they're about to break the streak of losses they've conceded here against Na'Vi in 2020. Their first map win is now just 1 round away.
Just to make a note about Rez, we were speaking about him in the pregame. Well, SEO, our stats man, giving us a big one here. Rez has 7 opening kills in this game so far.
Looking for an AK?
And only 15 kills in total. So his impact is definitely being felt here. We remember it from the pistol round on the CT side with that massive shot towards Simple. And this was what I liked early. Nork there making sure he could bail his teammate out, taking Electronic out of the picture. And with the 2,900 loss bonus that Na'Vi have had going into this round here and the bomb getting planted, we should be able to see a convincing buy, or at least a buy that is serviceable, right? It's not going to be perfect. They're not going to have everything. Lauren swatting away that bloody fly.
It's hovering around the studio.
Missed Molly early. That's going to give them a free bit of territory and make sure they don't have to use a smoke.
They're really happy to take this space early, and the spray through the smoke. He's even got nades for them. Perfecto could be in trouble. He dunks him. Rez, that is impressive.
Another opening. 2
kills. They're 3 frags away from taking this map, Lauren.
I don't know what's happened. I know that there's still so much power on this Na'Vi side, and I'm desperate to see it. And for the first half of the T side, it looked good, but look at these crossfires. Hampus just keeping Plopsky safe. As soon as Flamey wanted to punish over by Monster, leaving Electronic in a 1v4. And no step anywhere, no bomb to hand, which now, looking at where we're seeing, I think it's Plopsky push up to, he could find, potentially. And again, clearing all these corners going forward is such a tall task. It looks like map 1's wrapped up.
Yeah, Electronic's the only one that can campaign to change our minds. You're right, though. Plopsky is responsible for that bomb. He doesn't know it yet. Now he does. We'll hit the brakes. And so poor old Electronic has to win this duel super cleanly. There's the first jiggle, and look at... Oh, okay. Well handled. Good moves from Plopsky, but as he descends, Hampus was there, and Electronic continues to show us why he is one of the stars of the Na'Vi show. Molly barrels charging forward. Smoke for the cross. There's no one there. He's faking it out as well, trying to catch Rez in rotation. The man is just playing 5D backgammon at this point. Nork staring at the smoke walk. Has he read it? Takes the step. Another smoke. Will plant within it.
Electronic's playing a game here. He is playing a dangerous, deadly game. Now he has to plant. No 2 ways about it. They're closing in. And there it is, 16 to